gentlemen, Street Talk and Other Stuff. Mike Maddog Magnotti on this beautiful morning in June. Thanks for joining us. You know, I know that you could probably get outside later in the day, but I appreciate the fact that you're sticking around and watching this morning. But, you know, I love June. It's a great month. But, hey, I got a really good guest for you today and a good show. But just a couple of things about raising kids. Now, when I raised my kids, my wife always wanted, you know, we need to get the kids' cell phone. I said, no cell phones for my kids. They need to suffer years of fleeting, awkward eye contact just like I did. And my mom, you know, now this joke, if you get it, it's going to show your age, but my mom had the weirdest sense of humor. You know, I came home one day, and she's lying on the floor screaming, saying, "You stepped on a crack! You stepped on a crack!" You know, I'll bet you 10 to 1 Caitlin doesn't get that joke. Do you get that joke? Caitlin doesn't get it. Ask your mother. She'll tell you what it means, okay? And somebody asked a person who had a lot of children, they said, "What's it like having a 5th kid?" And the mother said, "Well, it's like you're drowning and someone hands you a baby." Okay, well, you're going to see why I'm grimacing a little bit after that one, but hey, I got a real good guest for you. This young woman falls into the category, if you don't know her, and you very well may, you should. But Street Talk and Other Stuff, Mike Maddog Magnotti, stick around. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, this is Brent Crowder. After 13 years with the Town Auto Group, I have returned home to Town Toyota where it all started. If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, let me help you find the right one at the right price. Toyota is reliable and trustworthy, and you can count on me to be the same. When it comes to buying your next car, you can't go wrong with Toyota and Crowder. Ask for Brent at Town Toyota or call me now at 888-5000.
If you love tennis, you need to experience Central Washington's best-kept secret, Harmony Meadows. Harmony Meadows is a world-class destination tennis and event center nestled between the Cascades and Orchardland in the beautiful Chelan Valley. The 8 outdoor tennis courts feature Lake Hole Masters 8, a cushioned surface used at the Miami Open. There's also 2 outdoor pickleball courts. With the stunning backdrops, Harmony Meadows is your ace destination. Call or see them on the web. Harmony Meadows.
Hey everyone, did you know that the NCW Life channel is North Central Washington's go-to source for news? No matter how you prefer to view your news, NCW Life has you covered. Watch the evening news weeknights on TV, stream it, read it at ncwlife.com, or catch the latest news by following us on Facebook. Stay informed with local news, sports, weather, and shows featuring local people and events. NCW Life, a reflection and a spotlight of the communities we call home.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Street Talk and Other Stuff, and I am very proud to introduce to you, if you don't already know, Susan Heminger. Susan, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
I'm honored to be here.
Well, it's good. You should be. Now, I need to tell you, Susan and I first met 8 years ago when Music Theater of Wenatchee, the Apple Blossom Show, was the Drowsy Chaperone. Mm-hmm. And I regret to say I didn't have as much time to schmooze with Susan and some of the other cast members like, you know, you do. You get to know. And you know why I couldn't do that?
Was there something there?
No, it wasn't because of that. I was on stage the entire show.
Yes, you were.
I never had any backstage time.
That's right. That was quite a tour de force for you.
I know, but it was fun. It was cool. But you were great.
Thank you.
And then you took an 8-year break. Mm-hmm. And she was the female lead in this year's Apple Blossom Show, Newsies, which Music Theater of Wenatchee just did a few weeks ago, and you were a brunette.
I was. Yeah.
And you did a stunning job.
Thank you.
Really good. So, all right. I've talked enough. Tell us about yourself, okay?
Okay.
Let people know who you are, you know? So.
All right. Well, I was born Susan Michelle Smoots.
Smoots?
Smoots. S-M-O-O-T-S.
Okay, is that Dutch?
It's German.
Oh, German. Oh, okay.
It used to be spelled SCHMUTZ and pronounced Schmutz, you know,
Okay,
back
all
in the
right.
old country.
Okay, all right.
And it literally means dirt.
Schmutzig, that's right.
Yeah.
See, my mom was German. My mom was born in Germany.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
first generation.
Yeah.
She has a passport picture when actually the family was going to move back to Germany. Her passport picture has swastikas on it. I kid you not.
Oh my God.
Okay, but come on, we're talking about you here.
No, that sounds interesting. I don't even remember about that. But yeah, I used to enjoy telling people for a few years after I found that out, like, oh, my name actually is Mud.
Is my... Oh, cool.
Yeah. So now I married another obscure German name, Heminger.
Yeah, right,
But
exactly.
yeah. So I grew up, well, I was born in Arizona, and my dad got an engineering job with Boeing and moved us up to Renton when I was almost 4.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yep, so I spent my whole childhood in Renton.
In Renton, I'm sorry.
Okay, the hills above Renton in the
Okay.
Fairwood area.
And back then, you know, it probably was a little more gemütlich than it is now. Gemütlich means comfortable, okay?
See, I should take more German because I am
Okay.
German. Yeah. No, it was a nice place to grow up. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And then how'd you get over here to Wenatchee? You know?
We really didn't visit this side of the state that much. I came over here a couple times. And I remember thinking, I was about 13, and we did this Eastern Washington trip with my family. I remember thinking, ugh, it is way too hot, and there are
Oh, it
not
is
enough
that.
trees over here, and now here I am.
Yeah, no, it is that, so.
But Leavenworth Summer Theater is what brought me out here.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
What show?
I didn't grow up seeing the shows.
Yeah.
But do you want the long story or the short story?
Well, kind of stick them both together.
Okay.
you know,
So I had braces. I had to come back and get my braces adjusted. And while I was in college, and while I was here, I thought, well, I should audition for something because I like to do summer stock. My poor family never saw me
Might as
for
well.
4 years.
You know, I'm going to be here. Might as well try out for a show. So.
And I saw the listing for Leavenworth Summer Theater, and I thought, I've heard good things. So I auditioned, and I got the roles of Liesel and
Oh, well, this was for
in The Sound of Music.
Sound of Music, right, okay.
Yep. And an ensemble part in Will Roger Follies.
Oh, cool.
And
Cool.
yeah. And I met Jeff at the company picnic.
Oh, really? Okay.
And-
Well, now, what was it like when you first met him?
I
Did you like
was
him, or-
attracted right away.
Really?
There was just
Oh,
something
okay.
about, he's just the kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
person where
First time Rosie saw me, she claims she hated me, thought I was arrogant, but oh, no. Oh, no. She was
You won her
smitten.
over.
She was
Aw.
smitten, so.
yeah, I mean, he's just the kind of person where you just feel like you've known him forever.
Oh, yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know him that well, and I feel like I've known him forever, too, so.
Yeah.
Nice man.
Yep.
All right, now, who was, when you were in, how many years were you in Sound of Music?
I was Liesel consecutively for 4 summers.
Okay, and who was Captain Von Trapp when you were doing it? So,
Let's see, the
Was it
first
Paul
year-
Williams by any chance?
No, I
Oh,
missed
okay,
him.
all right.
I've heard he's legendary. I wish
okay,
I'd known
yeah,
him.
Yeah, see, he was a good friend of mine, so
Oh.
just wonder if you,
Cool.
So-
I met him, but I didn't get to be in the show with
okay.
him. Let's see, a guy named Eric, I forget his last name my first year, and then of course Ernest.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, love Ernest. I think Ernest played it my last 3 years, so
Okay.
yeah.
But was this love of theater something you always had, or was it just something you kind of fell into? That, I mean, you had a chance to audition for something, so you did. And,
Yeah.
So-
Some of both. My family is very, almost everyone are engineers
Really?
or
Okay.
somehow in aerospace or in the medical field. So I kind of come from left field. Like I used to
Oh,
wonder, am
cool.
I adopted? Except I look too much like my family. I just came out with like jazz hands. So I always just was my own person, asked for piano lessons, asked to do, and my parents were like, okay, I guess we should get this girl a piano. You know, like they didn't have one. Like I'm not from an ostensibly musical theatrical family. I was just always drawn to that and
Yeah.
dressing up and
Oh, cool.
researching theaters at a young age. And like I
Really?
would call them up, be like, what's your theater season? When are your
Really?
auditions?
Oh,
You know,
really? Oh, that's
before
cool.
theaters really had good websites, you know,
Yeah.
little community theaters. And I was really a go-getter.
Yeah, and of course, Jeff, your husband was into it too.
Yes.
So, okay, so that
Yes.
matched. You know what, and I'm gonna get into this later, but what Jeff and Susan like to do, they dress up in period costumes and take pictures once in a while, which I find a little odd.
We're definitely nerds.
But yeah, I mean, the kids obviously enjoy it too.
Yeah, they put up with it. I'm trying to like do it as much as I can now because
Yeah.
in a few years they might not think it's so cool or so normal. They might be like, wow,
think?
wait, no one else does this?
That's
What are
right.
you doing?
Okay, well, this gets into why I really wanted to have you on. Okay. This woman is doggone Mother of the Year, okay? Now, what's incredible about our society, a lot of people, okay, now when I was growing up, what you and Jeff are doing was normal. Okay, now, first of all, Jeff works full-time, and you are
Stay-at-home mom.
you're a full-time domestic engineer.
I like
right?
that
Yeah,
title.
okay, and they have
We have 5 kids.
And that's incredible. See, like I said, back when I was growing up, of course, you know, when were you born, by the way?
1985.
Oh, gosh. I'm not going to talk about it, but, you know, I mean, it was normal for people to have numerous children. Of course, my town was predominantly Roman Catholic.
Sure.
So it wasn't you know, my 2 best friends each had 8 kids in their family. We had 5, and we were Presbyterians, you know.
Yes,
so-
people have asked us if we were Catholic,
If you're Catholic.
or Mormon, and we're like, no, we're just eccentric Presbyterians.
Okay. All right, so obviously, this was something you and Jeff discussed beforehand. Okay, so tell us about that a little bit.
Well, I think often people like to have what they had as a child,
Yeah.
especially if they had a good childhood, which we did. So our initial conversations, Jeff was the oldest of 3. He's like, how about 3? And I said, I am the oldest of 4. And it's like, well, how about 4? And
Compromised.
yeah, we went one further there. But yeah, we were initially going to wait a couple years to start our family, like probably most people do. And then at the 11th hour, I just felt this prompting to consider just allowing the Lord to bless us as He would. And
Prompting to conceive.
I guess so. And I knew it was the Lord because it wasn't my idea. But
Yeah.
I talked to Jeff about it, and he's like, hey, God's speaking to you. Who am I to stand in the way? And I was like, wow, I'm marrying a very faithful, trusting man.
What husband ever complained when his wife said something like this to him?
I think most
God
guys
is
would
telling
freak
me
out.
we should have children. I think most men, oh, okay. All right. Let me do my part. All right. Before we degenerate any further, we're going to take a break. But this is why I want to have Susan on. First of all, again, I know them not real well, but have been acquainted with them for, well, more than 8 years, more than 8 years now. And I've always just really admired the fact that they have made a decision to have the type of family they have. Not only that they go ahead and do it, but it was with such joy. If you don't know this woman on Facebook, you should befriend her so you can read the stuff she posts about her kids, not only on a daily basis, but multiple times a day. And we're going to talk about that when we get back. But Street Talk and other stuff, Mike Maddog Magnotti, you stick around. We'll be right back.
Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Club Crow is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow Saturday nights. We have live bands to rock the night away. Club Crow is bringing comedy to Cashmere. Check out our Facebook page for upcoming dates. Live jam session first Sunday of every month. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
Manny Sanchez here at Town Nissan to tell you how you could spend a weekend at one of the top resorts in North Central Washington. It's the Drive to Paradise. Just stop by the dealership in June, test drive one of these exciting vehicles, and you will be entered to win. Drive the top-selling SUV Rogue or the very American Titan truck with the best warranty around. 5 years, 100,000 miles. Take a drive today, and you can end up here at Campers Resort for a fabulous weekend for 2. It's the Drive to Paradise, only at Town Nissan, behind Costco in East Wenatchee.
There was a time when you had to travel a great distance to enjoy premium wine and food pairings. Now you can experience it right here in North Central Washington. Surround yourself with the beauty and romance of the Lake Chelan Valley and enjoy some of the finest winery restaurants in the world. Get your taste of adventure at Siren Song Vineyard Estate and Winery, Wapato Point Cellars Winemakers Grill, or Sorrento's at Chelan Cellars. All three have their own style and unique charm. Now you're less than an hour from excellence.
Okay, we're back. Street Talk and Other Stuff. I am talking with Susan Heminger, who I consider Wenatchee's best mom.
Oh, please.
Okay? Well, it's not. Her and her husband made a decision that they were going to have, well, I don't even want to call it a traditional family, but decided he was going to work, you were going to stay home and be a mom, and you have 5 kids, but you do it with such joy and enthusiasm. I mean, you know, she asked me, why'd you have me on instead of Jeff? Because Jeff is...
He's more well known. He's from here.
Yeah, he's from here. He had the lead in a couple of music. I mean, he's an actor. He does a lot of stuff. He's kind of like me, you know, real flamboyant. But this was, well, you know, maybe not like me. But this woman is the mainstay of this family because the stuff you post on Facebook, you know, go ahead. Tell us about that a little bit. What is prompting this, you know?
I've always loved to write, and my mom did a good job. She homeschooled me. And she did a really good job of encouraging me to write and helping tailor my education to bring out my gifts. And so I've always enjoyed communicating. And being an at-home mom can be kind of isolating.
Right,
and I think, you know, Facebook has been a way for me to stay in touch with friends, because I've worked all over the country doing theater, and stay in touch with them and just share my life. I think it is kind of therapeutic to work out my thoughts and frame it for myself, because some of the stuff I write about is not fun. You know, potty training is
true.
horrible.
But you do it with such humor and enthusiasm, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there is a lot of joy.
Okay, and your kids are the instigators of a lot of these things.
Yeah, they're
you
the
post.
stars. I'm just the scribe. I could not make this stuff up if I tried.
So do you know anything, do you have any of the favorite things that you once posted that you can remember offhand?
Okay, well, a lot of it involves bathroom humor.
That's right,
So
that's
I
true.
hope everyone's okay with that.
Which is cool. No, I'm down. I'm down with that.
I mean, we have 5 kids. There's lots of potty. One of my favorites, Elliot. I think Elliot and Eliza are our funniest kids at this point. And Elliot once said, "Daddy, I call my poopies customers," followed by, "What's a customer?" It's like he didn't even, yeah.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. He's so random. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. And Eliza's really off the wall. She likes to tell me what to say.
Yeah, I know. She does.
Yeah. She'll just
Liza
like
told me to say this. Liza
wipe
told me to
something
say
on
that.
me and say thank you, mommy. You know, just.
Okay, so how are they liking so far? You mentioned that you may not do the role play picture taking when they get a little older, but
I
they.
hope so, but I might have to be more strategic
Okay.
about it, or get certain time periods out of the way now. Like they might object to wearing wigs and bows and
Okay.
things. And if you, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they'll just be used to us and think that we're normal parents, or if they're going to be embarrassed by us.
No, I don't think they're going to fall into that. But they're obviously into it now, right?
Yeah, they mostly enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really hard though. It's really hard to do pictures with 5 kids.
Yeah, I would imagine, getting them corralled and that type of thing. But the ones you've done have come out really well.
Yeah, I try to mostly just give them a setting that they can kind of play in.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the shots are kind of candid because it's impossible to get them all to look.
Okay, now the oldest, biggest child, your hubby.
Oh. They're asking about
Is
Emma.
he cooperative with these two? You know,
He's awesome.
Really? Okay.
Like, this is all my idea.
Yeah.
If you ever see me on Facebook or whatever doing something where you're like, huh, that's interesting, it was probably my idea. I'm kind of the ideas person in the family, and he's super low-key,
Okay, yeah,
chill,
he is pretty smooth.
along
so.
for the ride that is me.
Yeah. Now, what kind of reaction are you getting from, I mean, when you go out with your 5 kids and that kind of stuff, I mean, does anyone ever say anything to you?
Oh,
Or
all the time.
they say, really, what kind of reaction are you getting from people? You know?
A few times, like, well, you know what causes that, right? And I always wanted to be like, no, what? This keeps happening. But usually, like, oh, looks like you have your hands full, you know, things like that. And I just try to think, oh yeah, or well, this isn't even all of them, like often Emma and Elliot are at Valley Academy and I just have 3 and I'm like, hey, this is nothing.
Cool. Anyone ever give you a hard time about it,
Sometimes.
Why are you being such a submissive woman? And, what about women, feminism and that kind of thing? And I don't mean to be derogatory about, I consider myself a feminist. But
As do I. Yes.
But,
maybe people think of, I've never heard someone say that to my
one's ever
face.
come
But
out
I think
and
sometimes the jokes, there's an underlying like, whoa. I think you've done enough kind of a thing.
Well, there leads the question.
Yeah, and we've pumped the brakes too. Like 5 might be it, and nor do I think everyone should just have all the kids.
It's a
such an
personal
individual
decision.
thing.
Certainly,
Yeah.
certainly. But do you think 5 is it?
I think so. I do like even numbers. I am partial to even numbers.
All right, a little OCD.
We could fit one more child
You got a
in the
little
suburban.
OCD here,
Maybe.
Well, if you have a basketball team, then you could have a replacement.
Oh, there you go.
It's a break. So how old's your youngest?
Annika is almost 2.
Okay.
She'll be 2 on the 13th.
And back when we were doing Drowsy 8 years ago, was that your first?
Yes.
You were pregnant with?
Yes,
Oh,
I was pregnant with Emma.
Cool.
And now she does shows, so
Yeah.
I think we did something right.
Okay,
just
no.
born into the theater.
Well, it just was cool because you just glowed back then. Well, I always think pregnant women are majestic. Okay, no, I think it's really cool. So, so what advice would you have for somebody about being a mom? I mean, what challenges are you facing? Not just having 5 kids, but I mean, kids are, they're not easy. I mean, they're for the most part, well worth the effort. So,
There are those days.
but
Yeah. Well, I think finding community
okay,
is really important, whether that's your church, through Facebook,
sure.
MOPS.
Yeah.
There's so many great options.
And
but
this
yeah.
is stuff that's support for you. You're thinking about.
Yeah,
right?
I did Bible Study Fellowship.
Okay.
They have a great
Oh, cool.
childcare program. So there's actually a
Yeah.
lot you can do in this community with your kid, but also things you can do to be nourished yourself, knowing your kids are being well taken care of.
Sure.
But yeah, I think community is really important. That's why I started a blog, and I craved that. I missed that
Yeah.
from my live theater days of having that dialogue.
Yeah,
And you
right.
can miss that.
Right. Okay,
well.
now, blew me away for a minute, but, but actually I talked to some actors once who do films, and they once said they go back and do live stand-up comedy once in a while because they need that feedback a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, but, all right. Oh, okay, go on, because I had a really good question, but I forgot what it was. It's because I'm getting old,
Oh.
So,
I think another thing that's helped me is, I also homeschool my kids. I was homeschooled and I homeschool them.
oh, yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Oh, really?
Are you
Okay.
going to homeschool your kids since you were homeschooled?
For now,
Yeah.
every year I renegotiate with myself how we're doing,
Sure.
how we feel, and just because I was homeschooled doesn't mean it was an easy decision to make, because I know how much work it was for my mom, and I
Sure.
wasn't sure if I wanted to take that on, to be honest. So it's a year-by-year decision, but Valley Academy makes it really doable.
Okay, because they have a program that homeschool people work with, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
free.
but it's going okay so far?
Yeah, I
Am gonna stick with
really
it?
like it because I am passionate about the arts and history, and some of the things I would want to be doing anyway, I can now share with my kids.
Okay.
And that brings in the costumes and all that.
All right, cool. Now, when Jeff comes home and you've been with kids all day long, do you suddenly just spew all over him your need for adult contact? That kind of thing? Now, I know he's a pretty calm, patient guy, but,
He is. No, sometimes when he walks through the door, I do unload because we're
Do you ever
both
burst into
talkers.
tears? Oh, my God.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. I'm definitely an emotional person. He's more the even keel. But often what he does is he whisks the kids to another part of the house, and I make dinner.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a chore, but just having less noise
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
around
yeah.
me, and that's just even a break.
Okay, yeah, and I like to cook too, and it's therapeutic for me too.
Totally.
I
It's
relax.
creative in its own way. Yeah.
Okay, what advice would you give somebody who's thinking about having kids? Besides, do it. Do it with gusto.
Of all the babies. No.
Involve your husband.
Yeah. Just know that, what everyone would say, one day at a time.
Yeah, oh yeah. big
Like,
time. That's good advice for anyone.
One day there's going to be barf and bodily fluids everywhere, and you're going to go, I don't know if I can do this for one more minute.
Right.
And just take a deep breath, shoot
Not
up a
around the bar,
prayer.
though. Go in another room and take a deep breath in another
Yeah.
room.
There's going to be a lot of laundry. But so much joy. Like you can't even know just the fierce love that will just come to you for
big
this
time. Big time.
helpless human being. It's just amazing to be needed.
Okay,
in that
cool.
way. Yeah.
Okay, we are talking with Susan Heminger, in my opinion, Wenatchee's best mom. And I appreciate her being here today. But hey, we've got to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and say goodbye. But hey, stick around. Street Talk and other stuff. Mike Maddog Magnotti. We will be right back.
Wowee! Collins Fashions has all your needs for summer events. Cool tanks and tees, Bermudas, skirts, capris, ankle pants, embellished jeans, pretty sundresses. And ladies, we have amazing special occasion dresses for your weddings and cruises. All washable in many flattering styles and colors. Collins has over 100 different styles of sandals and shoes for your lifestyle. Tommy Bahama for men and women is in stock and we can special order just for you. Come in soon to your Brighton headquarters where fun meets fashion in downtown Wenatchee.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill in East Wenatchee. Open 7 days a week, Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine in or take it to go, our friendly staff is here to serve you. Reservations recommended for Friday night's prime rib dinner. Call for live music dates. Hi, I'm Shalane, site coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.
Hey everyone, did you know that the NCW Life channel is North Central Washington's go-to source for news? No matter how you prefer to view your news, NCW Life has you covered. Watch the evening news weeknights on TV, stream it, read it at ncwlife.com, or catch the latest news by following us on Facebook. Stay informed with local news, sports, weather, and shows featuring local people and events. NCW Life, a reflection and a spotlight of the communities we call home.
Hi, I'm Jim Heinlein, agent here at Senior Insurances of North Central Washington, where we help our clients navigate the Medicare world. One of the things we really enjoy doing is teaching our clients about their rights. Like, did you know that if you have a traditional Medicare supplement, you can change that monthly all year long, regardless of prior health conditions? So if you'd like to know more about your options with Medicare, you can visit us at one of our 5 local offices, as well as give us a call at 888-2600.
Okay, we're back. Very happy to have Susan Heminger, mother extraordinaire, on my show today. Appreciate it. You know, and I just think it was very interesting that you and Jeff have chosen a life for yourselves, that you both chose together, that we're going to do things in a different way. I'm going to stay home, he's going to work, and we're going to have a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
So, plans for the family, okay?
Well, Jeff and I being artsy people that we are, you know, we have dreams about all of our kids taking piano for starters.
All right.
And
you're going to fight that battle, huh?
yeah.
I wish you the best.
Yeah, and when they want to quit, we'll be like, oh, and what other instrument would you also like to play?
You know what? Your son's going to say, I don't want to play an instrument. I want to be a mechanic, you know?
Yeah, Elliot is very, our second born, very mechanical like that. I mean, he would be a fourth generation engineer if he went that, and Jeff is too. So
that could happen. You better be prepared for disappointment. You know?
No, engineers are great. Not everyone needs to be a professional artist. That's partly why I'm not the breadwinner, because I can't make the money.
Yeah, well, that's, you know.
But I do it otherwise. But yeah, the kids are in the Nutcracker every year. They love Dance at Fabulous Feet. Emma is in The Sound of Music, and we anticipate many more years of that, you know.
Oh, cool.
Participating in all the wonderful artistic programs here in the Valley, Short Shakes.
Oh, yeah.
To do that someday, yeah.
You know, that's, I'm going to do a show on that one of these days to talk about the amount of incredible theater we have here in town, you know.
Totally, yes.
You know, Rosie and I, we go to Seattle once in a while. Matter of fact, we just went to see West Side Story, and it's great to go there, but we do stuff of that quality here for a heck of a lot less money.
It's true.
So, hey, gosh, you know how much tickets for West Side Story cost us? Over $300, okay? And the guy who played Lieutenant Schrank was not as good as me when we did it at the high school.
I wish I'd seen that. Jeff remembers you in that role.
Okay, well, Susan, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. Okay, we'll have you back next time you're on the show.
Okay.
We'll diss Jeff again. Well, maybe we'll have you back.
We might need a couple of years to recover.
We'll let him come back with you, okay?
That'd be awesome.
Okay, cool. Hey, we'll street talking other stuff. Mike Maddog Magnotti, appreciate you being here. Hey, you have a great day. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.